In this video, I want to show you how to use the text before function and the text after function in Excel to extract clean text from a cell that has multiple spaces. Right, let's get going. Right, let's have a look at my spreadsheet. So take a look at cell A4. You can see that up here in the formula bar, there are a lot of spaces between Sam's first and last name and the email address. Not helpful, right? But what if I want to just extract Sam's first and last name? So over here, I'm just going to come over to here, a nice handy little cleaning cell, and we're going to use the text before option. So equals text before. There it is there, pressing my tab key to drop it in. And I'm now going to make my way over and just click onto A4. Of course, you could type that if you wanted to, comma. Now you will see that the next part of the argument inside this function is the delimiter. That's the space that we're looking for. So do this with me. We're going to do double quote mark, one space from your spacebar, double quote mark again. So you're saying to Excel, I'm looking for a space. Now this is a normal type of space, just a character 32 space. Now I'm going to press my comma again, and the instance number is number 2. Closing my bracket. Now what we're telling Excel to do is use the text before function to read from left to right inside the cell. So what it'll do is it'll look through the characters in the cell searching for spaces. It's actually looking for the second space. So the first space is between Sam's first and last name. The second space is after the last character in the last name. And so what we're doing is saying, can you return the text before that second space? That's Sam's first and last name. And of course, if we were just wanting Sam's first name, instead of putting a 2 there, we could put a 1, and then the text before would stop in that first space, bringing back Sam's first name. So if we press our enter key, there we go, just like that. So good, right? Now, let's come down to the next cell, because if I want to bring back Sam's email address, we need to use the trim function as well. Right, let's use the trim function. So equals trim, open bracket, A5, close bracket, enter. Now, what the trim function's done is it's removed any unwanted spaces or unnecessary spaces. So yes, it's got Sam Brown and then a space between the email address, and that's great. That's what the trim function does. So now what we can do is we can wrap around the outside of the trim function a text after function. So I'm going to go up here, text after, open bracket. Now I'm just going to move down here, comma, the delimiter, same thing, double quote marks, space, double quote mark, comma, 2, close my bracket. So what we're doing here is we're now actually saying after the second space, counting from the left, it's going to say, okay, the first space is between the first and last name. The second space is at the end of the last name. I'll bring back anything after that space. So we go ahead, press the enter key, and there we go, just like that. Right, there's one other option I want to show you, which is pretty amazing. So I'm just going to go to A5 and copy that down into A6 and coming over to B6. Now, equals text after. And this time I'm just going to do A6, same as what I've shown you already, comma, double quote marks, one space, double quote marks, but this time, instead of counting from the left, we're going to count from the right, -1 or -1. So you're saying to Excel, count from the right and come to the very first space you find from the right. And then I'm just going to close my bracket, and there we go. Right. I'm going to copy this down here. We're now going to bring back Sam's last name. So equals text before, clicking onto A7, comma. We're looking for that space, and we're bringing back from the second space. Right, we've got Sam's first name and last name. Now what we're going to do is we're going to wrap a text after function around this function. So we're going up here, text after, coming to the end here, comma, Again, we're looking for a space, comma. This time we're counting from the right. And there we go. And look at that. No trim needed at all. Amazing, right?